Roho, Safi, and Amira, and they are at it again. Okay, for those who don't know, these people are now legally divorced, and this came to light after Amira posted a questionnaire, the Ask Me Anything question. And she opened a Pandora's box because everyone wanted to know everything and she was very candid about everything. And in one of those questions, somebody said, did this man ever abuse you? And she responded and gave an incident where Jimal actually beat her up in front of his family members while they were watching. And he used to beat her while she was pregnant with her last-born child. And in 2021, he beat her up so bad while she was pregnant that she suffered a miscarriage.
Oh, no.
So that was her truth.
Okay.
She had said that now.
Okay.
Jimal Roho Safi, obviously he has to come online and try to,
Defend himself
and say his side of the story. And in this light of Wangare is currently pregnant with his child, okay? So it's a very tricky situation going on, yeah? Anyway, he goes on to say that the only reason Amira has lost weight because she recently celebrated having losing 36 kg in an year. And he said the only reason she has actually lost weight is because she has back problems. It's a medical problem. She's been having very serious back pain and she had to go for surgery. She's been going in and out of Turkey for cosmetic surgery and that's the only reason she has lost 36 kgs. Okay? Taking away all her effort, all those pictures of her in the gym, he's taking away from all that and saying, it's surgery, don't believe it. He goes on to say, I have never abused Amira. Who would beat up a person in front of their parents and get away with it? Also, he goes on to say or allege that Amira cannot have children because of her medical conditions. And he went on to say that the only person who was pregnant for him at that time was Ambare, and nobody else was pregnant, alluding to the fact that they were not having bedroom affairs. And then he goes on to say, with all her medical conditions and the fact that she was overweight, how do you expect her to get pregnant? So he's just saying, basically, she was never pregnant, she is lying, and then goes on to say that she is a very toxic person, and the next person who gets into a relationship with her will be the only person who actually knows what's going on. Basically, Amira is toxic, don't believe her, she is lying. So who do you believe, okay? And then he goes on to say that the only reason she is doing all of this is because he cut her off financially. He said he's not going to be paying for upkeep, he's not going to be paying for child support, because after all, the children live with him. Okay, so that is the only reason Amira is speaking out, because he has cut off financial ties after the divorce. And then he said he kicked her out of the house he had bought for her because she was bringing men to the house, yet she is a Muslim woman. Which begs the question, why are you not cheating on her and you're a Muslim man? Why are you not gallivanting with your mistress in her face? Why are you not doing the most in her face, yet you are a Muslim man, Trying to gaslight this woman, trying to make it seem like she should be held at a different moral regard just because she is the mother of your children and a Muslim woman. And you should do the most. Are you not currently living with Wangare and expecting another child together? As in, what's going on? Anyway. You, the audience, tell us what you think about it. The number is 0770-729-366.
Girl. Okay, first of all, let's say it this way. Unfortunately or fortunately, your truth is okay. You can tell us your truth. 100% you can. But the consequences of your truth being unleashed into the world, and especially if they are truths about someone specific, unfortunately, they can be countered, and your truth may end up being a truth. But unfortunately, the response to your truth or the consequences of what happens after your truth is unleashed can be very dire. They can be so dire that now all you're doing is clapping back at the same man. And this is exactly what happens every single time Amira comes and says anything. Jimal will find a way to just, I don't know, twist it, turn it around into becoming this horrible situation. Even when she's not speaking about him, even when she's just living her best life. Isn't it last week, 2 weeks ago, we were speaking about Amira having gone to Tanzania, living her best life, and then suddenly Jimal is over here saying, oh, sijui ameenda kupatiwa mashitani. Kwani ya mashitani yake hafanyi kazi jamani, umemnyang'anya pesa basi. Mashitani gani? You know, I'm just thinking, if it's juju.
Alikatadi na vyombo za nyumba.
Hadi vyombo za nyumba umekata nazo. And you're over there saying somebody has planted juju or trying to plant juju on you. And why is it not working? I said, you know, Jimal just makes me angry. It's the way he speaks that's just so crass and so backward. And he is always falling over the same things that he was saying. If this woman surely, truly, honestly is trying to chase you, so much so that she's over there trying to travel to Tanzania to concoct all these things, why isn't it working? Why are you constantly on her case? Isn't someone who is smitten or who is tied with this juju, don't they just shut up and do everything that you want them to do? Why aren't you ever quiet? Like, what is your problem, Jimal? What is your problem, Jimal?
Should she change witch doctors at this point?
At this rate, I'm out here about to start Googling some.
Your witch doctor is not working.
Hey, wahala. Anyway, in general, Amira, my 2 cents, just keep Jimal's name out your mouth. I feel like just keep his name out your mouth. You are clearly on a good tangent. You had not mentioned him. You had not spoken about him. You'd not had any clapbacks for him. So what is causing you to want to revert? What is causing you to want to go back and start like having these petty fights online? Do you know what I mean? Like, girl, you are too good for this. If you did get surgery, good for you. Look at you looking good. Surgery is working if that's the case. And Jimal ananyongwa, sababu, unfortunately, is not working this.